And so this video begins as we enter what is known as the peaceful side of the Smoky Mountains via US 321, heading east into Townsend, Tennessee. And we have signage, Tuckaleechee Caverns. And now we have reached the Myers Cemetery in Townsend, the Townsend Visitor Center right across the street. This is not the first time I've began a video here in this cemetery. Back in late 2023, Chris, the girl, and I visited Townsend because her parents were staying here, camping out, and at that time, we were like, wow, this place is beautiful. What would it be like to live here? Little did we know back then that we would be living here. Pretty crazy, right? I am so thankful I live in such a beautiful place. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you're new here, just know that I love roadside attractions, and I love times two loves, cave attractions. I love exploring caves. And we are going to Tuckaleechee Caverns right here in Townsend. It's just around the corner. I actually kind of passed it on the way here. I knew about this cemetery, as mentioned before, because of those circumstances, and I knew this was a quiet spot to begin the video, very peaceful, and that's why they call Townsend the peaceful side of the Smokies. And I look forward to showing more of Townsend. Love this area, just south of the Pigeon Forge. I think south, kind of southwest of Pigeon Forge area, Gatlinburg. That's why they call it the peaceful side of the Smokies. This is more laid back, as they say. There's a lot of restaurants around here, a lot of lesser known attractions, which I feel like I need to highlight and enjoy, so look forward to that coming up much ahead. Anywho, we are going to the Tuckaleechee Caverns. I will be taking the tour, going into the cave and the reel. Hope you enjoy this endeavor vicariously. I looked it up online. It looks like it's about 28 bucks a pop, as they say, per adult. This is a seasonal attraction. They're closed during the winter. I thought I was going to get there last summer, but I got into my Halloween haunt season, and little before I knew it, it closed up for the season. Anywho, side note, here we are in April, and we're going to take the tour today. We're going to head over there now. I hope you enjoy this video. Please check out the website of the attraction in the description below the video. I always put it down there if you have any more questions. Also, feel free to ask me questions down in the comments section. Appreciate you always leaving comments. Thank you. We are going to head over to Tuckaleechee Cavern. That rolls off the tongue very nicely. That's a Cherokee word. I love that. Tuckaleechee Cavern. All right, that's it. There's much ahead. Let's get going. And a little update on our move across Knoxville. We got the keys this past weekend to the new place. I have stuff in the back seat right now. After the vlog, I will be transferring some stuff. It is technically the first day of moving for us, but we have a little time before we get the rental truck, so I had some time to come out and check out the caverns. This is my grandfather's hat. I wore it one time in the vlog right after he passed. I love this hat. I miss him very much. He used to go on adventures like this with me when I was a kid. He was my first adventure buddy. So I just want to tip my hat to my grandpa right here, thinking of him, and also thinking of my good pal Adam the Woo. All right, I backtracked down 321 right here. Check it out. I was about to take a turn on Old Tuckaleechee Road, and I came over here to check out this sign. Also something called Davy Crockett Stables. Look at that. The signs through Townsend say, hey, take a left at the church on all the Tuckaleechee Cavern sign. This is classic. I love this. Roadside Americana, my favorite. Hey, I've got both Cherokee and Crockett ancestry. Look at that. I don't know what the Davy Crockett Stables are, but if I pass them, I'll get them in the vlog. Maybe we'll check that out sometime. We are turning left on Old Cades Cove Road off of Old Tuckaleechee Road. There you go. Gonna go right around the corner of this cemetery right here. Actually, it's a graveyard. There's a church up there. All right, decided to pull off the road real quick. Tuckaleechee Caverns that way. This is Davy Crockett Riding Stables. How do I know? Well, look at that. That looks like a stable. And that's the sign. It would be cool to go horseback riding here. This is a horseback riding place, of course. I haven't done it in a long time. I grew up riding horses in Indiana, so maybe I'll get back into that someday. It'd be cool to ride at old Davy Crockett's. There's quite a few folks out here doing so right now on this beautiful, gorgeous day in the Smoky Mountains. And look at that mountain right there. You almost want to stop and take a picture. I mean, I could, but we're heading to Tuckaleechee Caverns. The sign points the way. And here we are, Tuckaleechee Caverns from the parking lot. This is classic looking. This is exactly what I imagined it looking like. It's so cool. Just pulled off of Cades Cove Highway right here. Nice big parking lot. They've got plenty of parking. ADA right over there. They've got a picnic area up the hill. I am so stoked. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so I have come down the steps. Just so you know, there is a restroom right around the corner. I know because I just used the facilities, as they say. I really love the mid-century building here. I hope this never changes. Don't change it. Love it. Let's head inside. Oh, it says push no pets. Hey, how you doing? All right, guys. So I walked in. I already paid up. Paid my admission fee. Came out to $30 and some change after tax. The next tour will be starting in about 15 minutes. So have some time to look around the gift shop. They also have concessions in here. I'm noticing right by the door, there's some sort of server here and graph.
Most sensitive seismic station on Earth.
Oh, okay. Most sensitive seismic station.
It was installed by the U.S. Military, Department of Defense, Pentagon, and the Preparatory Commission for the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Threat Reduction Agency.
Official seismology. Oh, there it is right there, the monitor.
Just to keep an eye on North Korea, Russia, China, and Iran to see if they're testing nuclear warheads. It can detect and pinpoint any atmospheric or subterranean nuclear blast directly to the point of the initial explosion anywhere around the world or any epicenter of any major earthquake on the planet from right here.
That's cool, man. How many times do you say that a day?
A few.
A few?
An intelligence contractor for them. If it's hardware related, they'll have me fix it. If it's software related, they'll remote into it.
Okay, cool.
But they're able to go down inside this cavern and mount the sensors directly to the ancient limestone bedrock, while other stations have to drill just to get to it, and that causes a muffle. So there is no degradation of seismic vibration here.
Oh.
And I've got some educational clips and news clips that will feed up there for you.
Oh, okay. Thanks, man.
No problem.
And these waves travel out from an earthquake in all directions. Body waves, like P and S waves,
That's pretty
travel
official.
a curving path
That's shocking.
from Earth. As a result, they arrive
No
at
pun
seismic
intended.
stations from below.
And when we begin the tour, we will actually head down there. Wow, there's a blast of cool air coming here. I love the panel walls. Yeah, this reminds me of Grandpa's house. This is cool. And they're selling a lot of real fossils in here and crystals, stuff found locally. Right here in this case, lived in ancient oceans. This is called a cephalopod, spelled with a C. It's a real fossil. Here's a picture of what it looked like. It's just part of it. That's pretty wild. I believe this was found in the cave. There's a mastodon tooth. That's cool. I've seen those before. There was a lot of mastodon and mammoth fossils in Indiana growing up when I was a kid. I saw a bunch of those. American mastodon. Looks like we got a femur from a buffalo in there. Got a giant collection of fossilized megalodon teeth down here. And back here are humanoid artifacts found in the cave. Look at all these classic glass bottles. See an old Coke bottle there. See some brushes. It says 1900 and 1950 right there in the center. And then look at this Coke can. That was found in the cave too. Here's an old photograph taken in the cave. It says diving exploration. Behind the waterfall. This was taken between 1953 and 1954. Check out that breathing apparatus right there, antique. This is the very first photograph ever taken of what is known as the Big Room. So take a mental note. These stalagmites right here. Here's another classic photo. About the same time, taken about the same time. Here's one of the original, I think this is the original cave entrance right here, 1954. Just a little shack. And we will exit through the gift shop, but we can also enter through it too sometimes. They've got a whole room full of clever crafts, knickknacks, memorabilia. Smokey the Bear, or Smokey Bear, I like to call him Smokey the Bear. And of course, Mr. Bigfoot, Big the Foot. It's a cool shirt, like the black bear. U.S. Geological Survey shirt here, specifically for Tuckaleechee Caverns, $23.99. Classic pamphlet here, the greatest sight underneath the Smokies, and we're about to witness that. Right there is their hours right there. It looks like they go from April 1st to Halloween, they go from 10 to 6. November through December, 10 to 5. So they're closed for January and February and halfway through March. So know before you go, there's a little map how to get here too. And just one last thing here before we start, they have plenty of snacks, food and drink, and of course fudge if you come hungry. Look at this fudge right here. That's vanilla M&Ms, and it's celebrating 250. Very patriotic fudge there for you. I think the Goo Goo Cluster fudge is calling my name, but I'm not so sure. I'm still stuffed from all that meat yesterday. All right, so the tour is about to kick off. We will look more inside of the gift shop as we come out, as we exit through the gift shop. There's so much more to see in here, so later. All right, there's a little bat right here. They said his name was Jimmy. Little bat. We are beginning the tour, heading down this way. Oh, this is really neat. Walking underneath a bat. Hey, Jimmy. Okay, this is not what I expected. This is really cool. Oh, cool. There's the cavern right there. That's neat. You got even rock right here below the main building. Okay, this is really unique. All right, it says the tour is moderately strenuous, consisting of a 1.25 mile walk and a 410 stair steps.
First, welcome. Glad to have you guys. I'll be your mother duck today. You guys are going to be my ducklings. Now, my name is Jessie, so it'll be a very big pleasure to be showing you and sharing this cavern with you guys. So, a little history about this cavern and how it came to be. Back in the 16th, 17th kind of era, 16th, 17th centuries, the Cherokee, the Native Americans that lived here, they came across this tire-sized hole. It was relatively small, and with the Cherokee, despite their name translating to cave people, they were very respectful of caves. They did not want to go in it too far because they believed negative spirits or bad entities resided in them. So, the only reason why they came in here, and I'm sure you guys can feel that natural AC, that cool air coming down, that is our all-natural AC. It stays at 58 degrees year-round. Now, the Cherokee appreciated that temperature, especially after long summer hunts or summer days. They come in, cool off. In the wintertime, they'll come in and warm up. Now, we did find artifacts such as pottery shards, arrowheads, tools, bones, things like that. And it was relatively stayed in this area and no further into the cave. So fast forward to about 1920s, two little boys ages 6 and 8 years old, their names are Bill Vananda and Carrie Myers. They rediscovered that same tire-sized hole. They were also curious as to what it led to. So in order to be able to see, they took glass bottles filled with kerosene, topped with a rag, and lid. Does anybody want to guess what that's called? I see a few faces. That's like
Molotov.
A Molotov cocktail, yes. Now, despite it being a homemade bomb, and just a disclaimer, nobody try that at home. Leave it to the professional rednecks. It didn't produce much light, and so it is also a very, very tight squeeze going down, so it's very, very dangerous. So eventually, as they went in, they were met with a 60-foot drop-off, but that didn't stop them there. Their curiosity had just got bigger. So they went back to their homestead and collected as much rope and limbs as they could find, and they made a homemade ladder system. And once they made their way down, they used the creek as their ears so they wouldn't risk getting lost. They explored about 3/4 of a mile, and they didn't want to risk getting lost any further, so they made their way back with a bunch of excitement at their discovery. So they wanted to tell their friends and their family. However, they were not believed because they were 6 and 8 years old. Kids love to bib. So they made it their own secret hideout, their old clubhouse, spent all of their childhood down here. Fast forward, when they grew up, they went to Maryville College in our neighboring city. They got drafted into World War II. Luckily, they came home safe and sound. They got married, had children, and one day over a cup of coffee, they were reminiscing about their childhood days and how much time they spent down here. And they decided, what if we did something with it, turn it into a tourist attraction, share it with people? However, there was one little snag at that plan. The land was owned by a different family. So in order to buy the land from them, they had to go to Alaska, work blue-collar jobs such as logging, and they came back with enough money to buy over 100 acres. Now here in Tennessee, what you own on top, you own underneath, and that's called mineral rights. So because of that, they were able to come in, do a little blasting to expand the entrance, to make it easier to go down. They also brought in wood planks for the walkways, these stairs, and pretty much anything accessible. So they eventually opened in 1953. It is still owned by the Bonanda family to this day. Mr. Ben that sold you your tickets, that is the grandson of Bill Bonanda himself. You guys ready to rock this cave with me?
Yeah, let's rock.
Good deal. I hope you guys are really humorous people, because I have a rock solid sense of humor. So,
Oh yeah, it's really steep right here. Getting cooler by this step. It is kind of slippery. Hold on. Watch my head right here. Ooh. Tuckaleechee Road.
If you look carefully, you will see a hair or two.
Here we go. Got a dump below right there. Alright, this is cool. Cool cavern. Got the wires running along the cave here. Always think about the Goonies. So we're gonna go down right there. Ooh.
So this down here, this is the 60-foot drop off those two little boys made that homemade ladder system for. Now this is also where we like to do a little bit of bragging. These blue and black tubes, these wire casings, that is our seismographic line. That is the most sensitive seismograph in the world. Not only can it detect bombs, but it can also, it can detect bombs, but it's mostly known for earthquakes. Now it goes straight down to bedrock. And it can detect any bombs, any earthquakes, anywhere in the world, from California to Asia, or just anywhere you can think of. Anywhere. It is that sensitive, and we are very proud to have it. So as we go down, please do not touch it. We do not want any angry reporters or government officials coming in for a false alarm. We don't want that. This is also where we like to talk about our 3 species of animals. And as I'm sure you guys have seen them coming in, we have our pygmy bats. Now they're very tiny. They're only the size of our thumbs. We call those our flying chicken nuggets. Now, if there's anybody that is scared of bats, no need to worry, because there's only 10,000 of them in this cave.
10,000. Wow.
Only 10,000. But they do not like people, so they stay relatively deeper into the cave. So these steps here, these are the most difficult. They will kick you in the butt. However, they like to be nice at first, so it's easier to go down, but it's coming back up that really gets you.
Of course.
So if you don't think you can get back up, don't risk going down. So I like to put a little disclaimer there, because I've had people need to turn around because they couldn't do it. Now, with that being said, you need to take your time going down these steps, but always keep in mind, watch your head and your step, and do not touch the wires. We don't want angry politicians and reporters.
Another day. Oh yeah, these are very steep. Whoa. Oh, that's a long way down there. Cool. This is really cool. Wow, she's already way down there. Watch your head right here. So wicked staircase. Oh yeah. And so we just walked from up there. Oh, this is so cool. Alright, so we actually started about right there. The stairs go down and then come like this. We've all gathered right down here as we were asked. Nice river. Check that out. Got a stalactite hanging right here. Check out the wire here. Just going across the cave. Don't touch that.
Welcome to the main body of the cave. This is where we like to introduce our 4 basic formations we'll see throughout. Now, all of these formations, they are made of calcite. They are water depositories, so they will drip mineral-rich water. Starting off on the creek side over here, we have what we call our stalactites. These little guys, they run tight to the ceiling. Now, as they drip water down, they will create stalagmites. Now, these little guys are big dreamers. They hope to one day be big and tall.
Stalagmite, like a map.
Eventually, they will grow big enough. They will meet with these stalactites, thus creating our columns or our pillars.
Oh, right there.
The next and third, we have what we call our draperies. Now, these are also stalactites, however, they're family oriented, so they'll grow close together, creating this drapery or curtain-like effect. And finally, we have what we call our flowstone. Now, the flowstone is that water that runs over the ledge, gradually building up, creating this rosy waterfall effect. Or if you're a big back like me, it looks like melting ice cream.
Those look like ice cream.
Got 2 stalactites. I have a happy one and a sad one. The happy one asked the sad one was wrong. He said, I'm just feeling down today. However, in an attempt to cheer the sad one up, the happy stalactite said, it's okay, buddy, just hang in there. Knee slapper.
Did you?
I came up with that myself, by the way.
Good job.
Hey. Far back at the top of the
Big hole back there. Whoa. Big hole. All right.
Anybody have pet chickens or like chickens? Not the bucket kind, but living. Well, if you do, feel free to say hello to my pet chicken.
Oh, looks like a rooster.
She's a good chicken. She stays in one spot. She don't wander off at all. Switch back. It is pretty steep and
Oh, yeah.
slick.
Gonna meander down right here.
And if you can turn your attention to around the lights, we have ferns and moss. Now,
Oh,
fun
cool.
fact, these are not native to the caves. They are unnatural. Now, how they got here, you may ask? Well, that's a full story. When we are outdoors, all the wind will pick up seeds and spores from plants, and they'll stick to our hair, our clothes, our shoes.
We brought
and
it in.
we will track them in as we enter the cave. And since this is our only light and heat source in this cave, they will grow mostly around the lights. Now, since we have these ferns and the lights, this is where we'll find most of our salamanders. They get the heat from the lights and they'll use the ferns as a hiding area. So under this second light on the left, where the rock wall meets the grass or the
The
fern,
salamander. Oh, I see it.
she's in a teeny tiny personal cave.
She's in there. She have a name?
Big Mama.
Big Mama. Yeah, I think you just said that.
But yeah, she's definitely big. Like,
Cool. There's an opening down there where the water's rushing in. This reminds me of the caverns I was just in Missouri. Walking underneath the Smoky Mountains. Look at this. Oh, that's neat. Got the light hitting it.
So welcome to Flowstone Falls. This is our largest and oldest formation. And I am not exaggerating when I say largest, because this big girl, she is 60 feet wide.
Oof.
And 90 feet tall, starting all the way up here. Now, she's grown so large, she cut off her own water supply. So she is no longer growing on the outside compared to the inside, where you'll see a lot of moisture. She's still growing underneath. Now, as I said, she's no longer growing, she's very dry. So that's a hint as to your pop quiz. Can everybody see these black spots? Does anybody want to guess what that's from or what that is?
Smoke?
Smoke?
Yeah.
That's a good guess. What was that?
That's an age spot.
Age spots, that's a good guess.
Char? Yeah.
So these black spots, this is what our oils from our hands look like when they are on our formations. Now our formations, they are very porous, okay? They're similar to our salamanders. They have little pores, and that water with the minerals will catch into those little pores and they'll stack, and that's how they grow. So our oils, just like salamanders, they'll clog those pores and the water will just slide right off that oil, thus causing it not to grow anymore. Now, that kind of is evident to what I'm about to do. We can touch this one. So as we go by, feel free to give it a nice little pet. Now y'all also don't know this, but this is secretly my pet dragon. Okay, we'll just call it Flowstone. We have the horns, the jaw, the top of the face with the eye right there, and of course we have the muzzle and the teeth.
Oh, yeah.
It also has a nickname, courtesy of my colleague Chloe. Its name is Fred Flowstone. So as we go by, feel free to give a nice little pet. And if you get hungry, do not eat the forbidden tortilla chips.
It is very slippery in here. Just letting you know. Not a bad thing for me. Adds to the experience, the ambiance of the cave. Ooh, you want to be careful here. Oh yeah, love Dolly.
Good. So since there's no children, I can make this joke. This is our Dolly Parton rock over here.
Oh. Okay.
Self-explanatory. Now there is a few differences.
The Dolly.
Our main difference is that ours is all now older.
Balancing boulder? Oh wow,
Yeah,
it's just
a little
hanging there.
history behind this balancing boulder before I get into details from its name. It originally was living against the ceiling right here. However, there was a little gap at the top of it, so water would run down and pool in that gap, and it was eating away at the rock. It was eroding. It eventually gave way and fell right down here between these two rocks above the path. So on the right here, it is being held up by three and a half feet. If you think that's not enough, do not worry, because this side's only 3 inches.
Wow.
And yes, we do have to go under that. But there is a little bit of a good lesson here. We had geologists come out and do a little examination to see if it is safe to go under. They say it is because it's a constant 58 degrees and it can no longer expand or retract. So, however I like to play it safe, I put a little pep in my step when I go under. So feel free to do that.
All right, don't tempt me with a good time.
But, now another fun fact, this is not from people touching with their hands. That is forehead oil. That is from people whacking their heads on the rock. So as we go under, watch your head. Do not leave any more souvenirs.
All right, much ahead.
So
I said it.
we'll carefully make our way under.
She went fast. All right, here we go, underneath. Whoa. Made it. That's pretty freaky when you think about it. Nice little pool of water down here. Some more ferns up in here. You see the green? Oh yeah, I think I remember this from the postcard.
I as you can see here in the center of both sides, they have a pretty decent sized crack in them. Now, do not worry, as this is only earthquake damage.
Oh, great.
But luckily, it was nothing recent. This is actually a result of an earthquake back in 1812. This is the same earthquake that caused the Mississippi River to flow backwards for 1 hour and also creating a new lake. Now, it is said if we did have an earthquake during our tour, we wouldn't feel a thing, we wouldn't know what was going on compared to those upstairs. Now we can determine how old or what year that earthquake was from because of the resealing or the healing of this formation. Now, like I said, if I said it, our formations grow about 1 inch every 100 years. So that kind of gives us an idea of how we know it's from the 1812 earthquake.
War of 1812 and the earthquake of 1812. Did not know about that. Okay. Now, this is the first cave I've been to where they've encouraged you most of the way to touch things. Typically that doesn't happen, but here you go, stalagmites. Reminds me of Alien. Looks like the eggs. Cool. Walk right in between them. Watch out for the xenomorph. And this is the largest cavern we've been in so far.
Now down here we have our drapery room. Now the drapery room, back in 1953, before they discovered the big room, this was the original ending of the tour. Now you guys can go ahead and head down on the left-hand side.
Okay.
When you're done viewing, feel free to come back up on the opposite side. That balcony is kind of small, so
Heading down to the drapery room.
please wait for your next group to head out.
Just a little balcony here. Oh wow, that's amazing. Wow. Check that out. So cool. A little cramped in here, gotta take our turn. There you go. Wow. The drapery room. All right.
It is one of our local black bears. Now, it does live in the cave, relatively in this very spot, but before anybody freaks out, there's no need to do so because it is friendly, because it's just a simple shadow bear. Now, this is Tuckaleechee shadow bear. Now, it was not done on purpose. This was completely natural. As you can see, we have some stalactites up here. Now, as I said before, they drop water and minerals. Thus eroding at this rock down here.
Does look like a bear.
The bear shape.
That's cool.
So this is Tuckaleechee shadow bear.
It's really neat.
Now that rock, that 3-foot clearance, we call it a wishing rock. And we call it that because we hit your head on it and I wish you didn't.
A wishing rock.
However, now that is
Elevator buttons.
completely natural. A lot of people like to say either the aliens did it or the Cherokee did it. However, the Cherokee didn't come in here. The aliens, they not, I don't know. But that is the natural color of the limestone. This yellow part right here. That is the natural.
Does look like elevator buttons.
So these are called our single column. Now we have part 1 of the wishing rock, so please watch your head and the step.
Going up.
And then we have part 2.
And enjoy the view as much as you can. Wow. Oh yeah. Ducking down here. Yee. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, I still hit my back. Ooh, worth the climb. Don't fall down there. dark in here. Whoa. We're walking into a giant cavern. Whoa. Massive. Wow. Hello. This little bench here.
If we can all try to find a seat.
Okay.
I know not everybody's a people person, but it's very important if we can have a secure seat.
It's a nice long bench.
All right, so the reason why I have you all sitting is because this is our lights off moment. This is where we get to experience 99% darkness, 1% fainting faint glow coming from the drapery room. Lights will go off in
Right there.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa. Oh my glory. I can't see nothing. My watch glows in the dark, that's about it.
Now, typically, this is part where we'll negotiate tips to get y'all out of here safely. I know how to get to the light box and this and that, but all teasing.
Where'd she go? She's gone.
I'm not done.
No.
Story.
Y'all are such a fun, humorous crowd. I love you already. Alright, so back when those two little boys first came in and they had those Molotov cocktails, this is about as much light as they would have had. Now, the first huge wars in 1953, they upgraded to regular oil lamp lanterns. Now, I did give them a little more light, but not much. Now, these things, they were relatively heavy. They were about 25 pounds. Every third person had their own lantern. Now, luckily, they were like, we're not dealing with this. We can't do this. And they got smart and brought in electric light.
Whoa. That's
So
awesome.
this is the big room at its full size, full view. Now, you can go ahead and take out your phones if you haven't already. Feel free to take pictures. So starting off with our formations here, we have our pencil or our monument, and then we have his brother, the cactus. So does anybody want to guess how tall our pencil monument is?
20 feet?
20 feet?
20.
Anybody else?
25.
25. 10?
10.
10?
Had to get a jaw
So
squad in
the
there.
pencil monument, it is 22 feet.
Price is right, you won.
Here is his brother. The cactus is 24 feet.
Okay, you want that?
Now, for a little
Cool.
more comparison on the size, the middle sibling here, that little guy, he's only 6 foot tall. Somebody was adopted.
Milkman.
And here we have their distant
Ooh,
cousin.
it's way
This
down
is
there.
our dragon's toothpick. Now, this little guy, he's about 12 feet tall.
It's the skinniest
We
stalagmite
call
I've ever
it
seen.
our dragon's toothpick because if you look to the left, you'll see our stone dragon.
Oh,
We have
that's
the
cool.
fork, the nose, the mouth, and the stubby arms. And right below, you'll see the reason for his toothpick needs. We have his possum that he has for dinner.
It does. Oh yeah, it looks like a possum.
We have our chandelier. Now this chandelier is pretty rare, and not for what it is, but how big it is. If you look down here, you will see a much smaller chandelier. We estimate that this one is about 300 to 400 pounds, and this is the average size where they like to fall from the ceiling. So, with that as the little guy, you can only imagine how big this one is. And you can see this little shadow right here. That shadow indicates that it is not attached to the ceiling. So how is it being held up? Well, I'll show you. These two columns here, that is all that's holding this big fella up. Now, we did have geologists back in 2000, year 2000. I wasn't born yet, so that's I only heard stories. So, they said that it should fall at any given moment.
Whoa.
That is how I moved places.
That was in 2000?
That was in year 2000, so it's about 26 years too late to fall. However, it still could potentially fall at any moment.
Okay.
If it did fall, it would fall down here. There wouldn't be much damage up here, so it would be generally safe if it was to fall during our tour. Can everybody see that black mound back there? Does anybody want to guess what that is?
Black mound.
Under the
Granite.
light right there?
That bear again?
It is not the bear. I wish it was.
A different one.
Obsidian.
Obsidian, that's a good one. Anybody else? Going one? Why? Sold to the 6-foot pile of bat guano.
Oh, wow.
Bat poopy.
I ain't gonna tell you how we measured it because it's more gross than finding out it's poop. So yes, that is a 6-foot pile of bat poop.
Wow.
Now, if anybody smell anything foul coming in, I promise nobody tooted. Okay, at least that's what I'm telling myself. That is actually the smell coming from another pile of bat poop. Now, this one is very, very interesting to look at up close because you will see handprints, footprints, chunks taken out. And what's even worse is that's the result after finding out that it's bat poop.
Ew.
So that makes you question the human species a bit. So,
Not shocked. All right, that was really cool. We sat here for over 10 minutes. This is one of the most spectacular caverns I've ever been in. Been in quite a few caves now. Really like this portion of the tour. And I've never seen so much bat crap. That's where the bats come in and out of the cave right there. All right, now we're heading towards a waterfall, and that is the guano. Ooh, I can't believe people have actually touched it. Here's to show you how you have to bend over.
This is my shoulder hits it.
Gotta bend way over. I've been over and I still hit my back through here. Being almost 6'3". If you kind of just lean out over the rail like this. Oh wow. Here you go, here's the view right here. Wow, okay. I'm lagging. Alright, what do you think about the cave so far? It reminds me a lot of Merrimack Caverns, the Jesse James hideout cave I was just at off of Route 66 in Missouri. Although this is much smaller, but because of the water running alongside the caverns, it reminds me of that. It was a really cool cave. Check out that video if you missed it. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. After this one. Oh, we're going to the rock again. Oh crap. That's the suspended rock. Check this out. Wow. Whoa. Mesmerized. A majestic cave. This Big Mama, passing Big Mama, she's crawled further into the cave. Okay, we're back where we started. This is the staircase we took down into the cave. We're going beyond it now. My recommendation is you wear a hat, because I've been dripped on a few times. Nuclear shelter. Fallout shelter.
Well, later in the 1970s, we had a tremendous blizzard here in East Tennessee, and all that snow eventually had to melt. Now it's pretty relatively deep snow, about 12 feet. So it was a lot of snow. Eventually, when it did melt, it took it 3 days to enter the cave since we were so far underground. When it flooded all the way up to the top of the second half of the stairs. And as a
That's a lot of
result,
water.
it washed everything away, all the medical supplies, equipment.
Oh boy.
The entire room was flooded away. Now, luckily, we didn't try to rebuild the shelter because the same thing happened in 1993.
All right, we're heading to an area known as the beach. We got a beach in here. Take me to the beach. Wonder if Leonardo DiCaprio's down there. This is just beautiful. Wow. I think I see the beach coming up here. One more bridge here.
Welcome to our beach without the sunburn.
No sunburn.
However, I've been a tour guide here for 4 weeks now, and I've drunk it plenty of times. I can still count. I have on my limbs. Like,
Just
no
4 weeks?
bacteria, no flesh-eating stuff. Like, I'm still alive. I'm perfectly fine.
What do you guys think?
So it is up to
Should I take a drink?
at your own risk. If you don't want to drink it, you don't have to, but you can still touch it if you like.
All right, cool.
So as you guys do that, have fun. Do not see any pockets, or nobody should get in.
Crawdads. All right, we're gonna step down to the water. Careful not to fall. Look at that. It's good. It's really good.
Back in 2014, one of our fellow tour guides, her name is Laura Webb, she was doing a tour just like this one. Now typically Miss Laura, she'll shine her light up above. However, on this day and time, she had a feeling to look at the ground. As they were walking, leaving the beach area, she shines her light this way, but something catches her eye in this spot here. So she was curious as to what it is, so she got a little closer, and she could see a faint shape of some object. So she dusted it off, and she sees a white color. She dusted it off a little more, and then she sees a very distinct shape of what it could be.
Human.
So just to confirm it, she dug it out, brought it all the way to the creek, washed it off. It was revealed to be a mastodon
Oh,
tooth.
the one upstairs.
However, these fossils from the cephalopod dated 500 million years old.
Wow.
So it kind of made us rethink the age of this cave a little bit. As well, if anybody
Oh, that's cool.
This wishing well has been here since about the 50s.
Look at all that change.
All the water and the surrounding
Ooh.
geographical uniqueness, that is all natural. It's the only thing unnatural is the retaining wall holding the water in.
Right there.
There's a funny story of how that came to be, and that is because back in the 50s, there was ladies that wore some nice dress shoes down here, not knowing what kind of environment it would be. Now, as you can see up top, you'll see that steady stream of dropping water. That eventually it was, that used to be coming across this path. So, those ladies' shoes were getting wet.
Oh, they damned it.
And
so there's coins up here. There you go, took a picture. That's a quarters. That is right up there. You see it right here. Quarter. It's that right there. She's talking about the Goonies. Oh, you can see it. Silver Falls ahead. Oh, that's cool. That's beautiful. Wow. Whoa. Got the cave bacon up there. Got a nice pool over here. Nice little swimming hole. Wow. This is called the echo chamber.
Some say it looks like an organ, like those really deep sounding piano looking things. Does anybody want to volunteer for me? Do I have a volunteer to show it? I'll do it. Alright, so you very carefully, so watch your head. You like kind of speak up into this area right here. Can you hear me now? You can do it.
There you go.
Hello!
It's like the whispering wall in Grand Central Station.
That's why we call it our echo chamber. Some people say it's our redneck caveman studio. Woo!
Yeehaw.
So
So these are hollow little holes.
while we wait for everybody at the echo chamber, I do want to introduce my bestie, my best friend. So, come over here. In his own little cave, we have George of the Rock Jungle. So this is little George and his personal cave.
A crab? Crawdad?
It's a salamander. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a salamander. My bad.
salamander.
I get a little excited and carried away.
All right, so we've turned around and we're heading back. We have gone the length, both directions. This is the most beautiful place I've ever been to underneath the Smoky Mountains. It is, it's truly beautiful. Tour guide did a fantastic job. Thank you, Jesse. Please give this video a thumbs up for Jesse. She did a great job. This is cool right here.
That is from the bomb shelter.
Oh, cinder block from the bomb shelter, the fallout shelter. Got destroyed by the flood. The stairway to the Smokies. Look at that. We have reached the start.
Y'all, this is our concluding part of our tour. You guys have been a really amazing group. It has been my pleasure to be your tour guide today. Now, did anybody feel like water droplets land on them at all? Yes?
Oh yeah.
You did? You did?
No, I've been in a cabin before. I need to listen.
Good deal. Now, for those that did, that is called a cave kiss. Now, that is 7 years of good luck. And it does stack up if you got kissed more than once.
I got kissed a lot. Alright, one last look. Oof. It actually wasn't that bad. Whew. Gotta catch my breath. Oh, we made it. Ooh, out of breath. Ooh. Last step into the ramp. Yeah, that was quite a hike to the top. Alright, just in case we touched bat droppings. I know we touched a bunch of stuff in there. I think our bat friend's gone. Jimmy's gone. Maybe he flew down there. Maybe he fell. No, I don't see him. That was a really good tour. Again, shout out to Jesse. Great tour guide. I didn't have any cash on me, but I got her Venmo, so I'm going to leave her a really nice tip. And we're back in the gift shop. I don't think I showed the hats before. Here you go. Look at the hats. I like this one. Very 90s. I like this one with the bat. Townsend, Tennessee. Tuckaleechee. And I totally missed all of the crystal they have up here. They've got like pendulums and prisms. They got animals. This is onyx. Pretty neat. And look over here, they have salt rocks. $20 for the salt rock. Alright, this is already a hidden gem, but they do have hidden gems in here. It's tremolite right there. There's tons of rocks and crystals. Whole case full here is quartz clusters. The last time I was in Townsend, I bought a tumbler. So I don't need one, but if I did, this one's really nice. I got mine at the Bigfoot store just down the street. I'll show you a couple more things in here. They have tons of books, local history, books on the Civil War. There's some Indian cooking there, log cabin cooking. Then they have more history books over here. Smoky Mountain Tales, Haunted Tennessee, oh yeah. Alright guys, the tour took just a little over an hour. It is 5 o'clock. Their last tour starts at 5, so there you go. The gift shop will stay open a little longer. What'd you guys think of that? That was better than I expected. I knew it was going to be beautiful down there, but I did not understand how long of a cave it was. And that giant cavern, the first one in the beginning, was my favorite part. I like that you got to sit down there, enjoy it, take a break. It was one of the more strenuous caves I've ever been into. The fact that you had to bend over, watch your head, also is a bit slippery. Just not complaining, just so you know before you come here. That might detour you from taking the tour. A lot of steps, but if you're willing, it is a beautiful trek and well worth the trip right here at Tuckaleechee Caverns. I look forward to coming back. This is one of the closest caves towards my new home, so that's amazing. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Not quite over yet. And if you do come out here, please, by all means, tell them that Tampa J sent you. And again, there is a website in the description below this video if you'd like to check out more of the info, the history. It's all down there. Again, ask me the questions in the comment section. I really appreciate it. Okay, now it's time to get out of here. 4 after 5, as you can see, a lot of people have left. And they do have additional parking here across the way, so don't worry about coming on a crowded day, specifically the weekend. I think they got you covered. They even have, yeah, I think they even have trailer parking too. Don't quote me on that. Check out the website, but it looks like they got plenty of room over there if you happen to bring your RV or trailer. It is a perfect day in the Smoky Mountains. Perfect. Below the mountains and above them. Would love to live back here. I think Cade's Cove is just on the other side of that mountain right there. We're that close. Could be a little off. Somewhere out here in this direction. Alright, came a little further down the road along Little River. Thinking of Little River Band. Check out this bridge. I've been here once before. I'm reminiscing here at the Little River. Waiting for it. Someone will get that if you're a fan of the band. Alright, I'm going to climb out on here, take a look. There you go. Better view of the river down there. We can walk down there. Let's check it out. Alright, now cue the Red Hot Chili Peppers under the bridge. This is gorgeous down here. Water's very still. Check it out, guys. I think I'm going to climb up there eventually, but I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do all the things for me. I really appreciate it. All the things being, give it a thumbs up, Subscribe below if it's your first time. Feel free to share it. Thank you so much. I know a lot of you are watching in your homes right now, watching on the TV, on your phones, in between your busy day, maybe listening on your commute. I know that happens. I really appreciate it. Wherever, however, whichever, thank you for watching. It means so much to me. I'm gonna end it, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you very soon. As I've been saying at the end of the videos, past couple days, I am moving this week, and so I'll be doing that. Might share some of that content, but maybe not. Just gonna jump into another attraction very soon. That's the perk for living in this area. You can move and still have fun. So much fun around the Smoky Mountains, and I'm grateful for that, and I thank you guys for making it possible. This is the Jim Hine Memorial Bridge, 1932 to 2017. Mr. Jim Hine, between Townsend and Sunshine. Please know that you're awesome, that you're loved, and no matter who you are, no matter what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Turned into one of the most beautiful days of the year. Listen. Thanks for staying to the very end, my friend. Bye-bye. Much ahead.